You see me waving? No, there you go, I'm waving. Okie dokie. This time I'm doing something that I have been so excited about doing. I'm using glow-in-the-dark mica. I'm also going to use this tiny little tester of neon that Amanda sent me. Thank you, Amanda! Not that it's very likely she's going to watch this, but anyway. And for the fragrance, I'm going to use Fig, Mandarin and Cassis from NCS, as usual. Natural Candle Supply. Natural Candle Supply? Yeah. You'd think I'd know, I shop there all the time. Alrighty, so I'm going to do a layer of white, a layer of the glow-in-the-dark with the blue, and another layer of white. I'm going to do some activated charcoal veins, and I'm going to put ground chia seed, which I just ground myself, ground, I don't know, made it smaller. I ground it in my, see, my brain's just stopped working now because I cracked myself up, in the coffee grinder, because I don't like exfoliating soap very much. I don't like poppy seeds or anything. I think they're too scratchy. I'm not using my own soaps. Well, I do, but I make them to sell, not for myself. So, but I just find that the ground chia seed is a nice compromise because it's slightly exfoliating, not fully exfoliating. Alright, so this is my goat's milk mix. It has oils in it and goat's milk ready to go. It's at room temperature. Actually, I just chucked it in the microwave for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, one of the two, because it was a little thick. So they've been sitting out on the bench now for, what time is it? It's 10 o'clock. So they've been sitting out on the bench now for a good 4 or 5 hours, and it's honestly, it's not exactly the warmest day on record. It's not bad, but you know, I'm glad winter's over. I think it's about, the clock says it's 21 degrees in the house, so yeah, so I had to warm it up a bit. Alright, obviously the lye is room temperature, so it's cooler, and there will probably be about a, I don't know, 6-7 degree difference. They say you shouldn't, but you know what? Rules were made to be broken. My soaping ways work for me. They may not work for you, but they work for me. Alright, so let's get this show on the road, shall we? You know to burp your stick blender. I don't know. I don't know who's watching my videos. I don't know if you're a newbie or an oldie. See, I'm just having a really stupid day today. Alright. This is a blend of 1-to-1, which is 150 grams of water, 140 grams of lye. My recipe calls for 300 grams of water, but I just do half, and then I can put half goat's milk or coconut milk or whatever it is, but this is a goat's milk soap. And yeah, I put half the 150 grams in with my oils, and then I have a nice easy peasy goat's milk soap. It's not 100% goat's milk, but you'll probably notice I mention this on just about every video I do, but I'm really lazy. You'll probably hear it so many times you'll start to believe me soon. I don't like making full goat's milk soaps because I just don't like all that. I don't like having to stand there for that long over lye to get goat's milk to melt. Well, not burn, I think is more the point. So yeah, so I do it this way, and then I still have a goat's milk soap. And honestly, I've done it the other way a few times, and I have stood there in the shower with 2 bars of soap, one 100% goat's milk, one with 50% goat's milk, and washed one arm with one arm with the other, and I can't tell the difference. Maybe other people can, I don't know. I've got really sensitive skin, and I like to think I could tell the difference, but for me, I find what makes a difference in soaps is your butters and your oils, and like if you add silks and things like that, you know, shea butter always makes a nicer bar of soap. This one, funnily enough, doesn't have any in it. Alright, now 3 seconds of mixing, 20 minutes of talking. That is emulsified. I will say this in every video, more than likely. I I don't mix to trace unless I'm doing a thick soap. I could do it with this one because I'm doing layers, but I'm not going to because I don't know how this fragrance is going to react. I haven't used it before. I only ever mix to emulsification. If you mix to trace, it just seems to go so much faster to a thick trace. If you mix to emulsification, you have longer to do things. So there you go. All right, now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do a layer of white, a layer of blue, and a layer of white. So I need a third of this is going to have to be poured off for the blue. So I will add the fragrance first, and you are still in frame, so this is good. This one is a little floral for me, and holy Jesus Christ. Yeah, probably should warn people that my manners are not the best. It's going green. Can you see that? Yeah, you actually can. Look at that. Don't say fragrance do that very often. I don't like the smell of this, to be honest. It's too floral, which I assume is the cassis, because on the fig maybe, I don't know what figs smell like. I don't know what mandarin smells like. Yeah, it's quite floral and quite sweet. Not in a sickly way though, but I think the mandarin calms it down a bit. Alright, that is thickening up. So I'm going to spray crap everywhere. About a third of my recipe. Is about 500, I think, ish. I might do just about 4. Yeah, that'll do. The other reason I wanted to do this is I want to put titanium dioxide in this. Even though my soaps tend to come out fairly white anyway, I don't mind putting a little bit in. This is why I put my fingers over it, because without fail, every time I open that, it does that. This is the titanium dioxide. This bottle, I've just put this in a new bottle, and I'm an idiot because I've realised I can't actually squeeze this bottle. No, okay. Alright, we'll have to put that in the old bottle. Oh, I could be here all afternoon. And you know how I said I was lazy? I'm also excessively impatient. Well, kids at home, don't do that. Oh, look how thick this is going. This is not good. And that's nowhere near enough. Oh my God. Yep, I'm a messy soaper too. This is thickening up insane. Good thing I wasn't doing anything fancy with this. I'll mix that in a second with my thing, which I don't even know, spatula. Alright, I have no idea how much of this glow in the dark to use, so I'm going to use a reasonable amount of it. You've seen there's a guy in a forum, in our soap group, who has used it. Okay, now that's a lot. Now if that doesn't glow in the more, look at me, I don't care. And I'm going to use this entire thing. Oh, I hate these bags. They drive me mad. Oh, that's so thick, it's insane. Whether or not this will actually glow in the dark, who knows? The Avengers taking care of my stick blender for me. I haven't put the chia seed in there. Let's see if I actually remember. There's a bit of soap on the floor for later. Good thing there's a mat. I really don't like this smell at all. way too floral. If I do this right now, I won't forget. I just put chia seeds in there in case you can't see. All right. This is not stupidly thick, but yeah, that's if I had started at trace. Wow. Yeah. Nah. That would be unpleasant right now, I reckon. Excuse fingers. Alright. Bit more? What do you reckon? I don't know. I hate these jugs. These jugs aggravate the life out of me. They don't have very much of a pour spout. You should see me when I'm trying to do something actually interesting with them. I get really cranky. But I get really cranky anyway, so cranky, lazy and impatient. Yep. I do not make good wife material. Now, I was going to put in an activated charcoal vein, wasn't I? I wonder if that'll work. So messy. I love it. It's like midnight. I love the colour of activated charcoal. It's so black. It's like the blackest of black. The thing that gets me with activated charcoal though is I never use enough because I'm always terrified that my soap's going to split. And then it never looks as good as I think it should. Or it could just be because I'm like every other artist in that I never think my things look any good. There is a woman in my soap group who's also my friend now, Pauline, who I know will watch this because she's awesome. She makes the most amazing soaps and she thinks they're terrible. And you're wrong. Your soaps are awesome. And you should stop that. But, I think that's just the artist brain. And people who are not artistic don't understand it. But all you see with your own creations is the mistakes. You never see the beauty. And I don't think soap is any exception to that rule. Now, you can see all this activated charcoal down the side there? If I leave that there, it'll be on the outside layers of my soap, but I don't care. I have a planer and I just couldn't be bothered getting in there and cleaning it because I've tried to do it before, and if I dip a paper towel or something in there, I'll end up in the soap. So I'm just not going to do it. Now see, there's not enough activated charcoal in there, right? I know there's not. But I know if I put in any more, I'm terrified that the soap will split. So I won't. And then when I cut this later, I'm going to be so aggravated because it's not thick enough. But yeah, it's one of those catch-22 things, I think. These are new. These are awesome. I got these from the Reject Shop, Betty Crocker. They were like $1 or something each because I'm, poor. I don't buy a lot of expensive stuff. But yeah. Reject Shop. It's had lots of good sales on lately. Wow, this is so ridiculously thick. Now, the reason, for those of you who don't know, the reason I'm pouring this against my very shaky spatula here is so it doesn't break through the layer underneath. I don't think it will because the soap's particularly thick anyway, but see, look. And it'll get on the bottom of the bloody thing and then it will go everywhere and it's just, there we go, now you can see. This is so thick. But yeah, if you don't want to break through the layer underneath, pour onto your spatula or a big spoon or... See, now that it's in there, it shouldn't be too bad. And you can sort of work it a bit. But always pour that first layer onto something. It gives it what it does is it spreads out how much it lays down. Because if you just pour in, it's the weight of it goes straight down, whereas if you pour it over something like this, it spreads it out so that the weight's more evenly distributed. Wow. I can talk, usually. But the camera's making me nervous. Or it's just me talking too much as usual. That's probably more like it. Alright, I'm sorry I'm left-handed. It's just so much easier to do it this way. I'll figure out some other way to set this camera up at some point. Hang it from the ceiling or something. Maybe I should hang from the ceiling. That'd probably be an interesting way to soap. Probably not. Yeah, okay, so these things are good, but not real good for getting in the corners. Now look at that. Get down, get down. It's not going to be perfectly straight, but I wasn't aiming for purposely. You know, do you realise I put neon blue in this, and look at the colour of it. It's teal. Is it teal? I don't know. It's definitely not blue anymore. I wonder if that's because of the glow-in-the-dark stuff. Did I say that I got the glow-in-the-dark from my Mica Obsession? I probably didn't, but I did. I mean, I didn't say it, but I did get it from there. I'll reiterate. All right. Now, how bad is this? Oh, that's a little thick. I'll be able to texture that nice on the top. All right, another paper towel. Oh, another hint, another handy hint. Have a whole bunch of paper towels ripped up, ready to use. Can you see me? No, you can't see me. You can't see me. Oh, God. Somebody shoot me now. No, don't. And look, I still don't have any music pumping in the background. You guys are so lucky you don't have to put up with it. Although, yeah, no, I'm in the mood for K-pop today. That would be what you would be getting. Or maybe a bit of Justin Timberlake. Definitely in a poppy mood today. Don't know why. Trying to be happy. Happy. That's me. Yeah, right. You know. Because my heart is that colour. You just don't know. I mean, I've just spilt activated charcoal. It's awesome stuff. Alright, let's get this thick stuff on here, shall we? I don't even think I really need to worry about the spatula. I shall. Okay, I don't even know if I can. I don't think it's going to pour out. It's so thick. Oh yeah, this is a mover, this one. No, don't even need to worry about it. Look at that. Well, you probably can't, because the bowl's probably in the way, is it? Yes, I can hear choruses of yes. Don't you know how to soap, you stupid woman? I know how to soap, I just don't know how to use a bloody camera. That's my problem. I'll do it this way. You'll be able to see then. Much easier. Oh, here's a big chunk on the bench now. Oh, it's so messy. Sound effects and everything. I do rattle on, don't I? I thought that I might figure out a way to shorten these videos, because the last two I've done now are about 23 minutes. 23 minutes, I don't know. I just noticed that one was 23 and one was 20 something. But I don't know, is that too long? Is it too short? Probably not too short. See, I don't mind watching longer videos personally, but, you know, I can pick up things. And if you're learning things, you know, it's not so bad. I don't know if anybody's learning anything from watching me soap, so gave you the tip about the paper towels. It's a good tip. You know what I've forgotten, which is kind of important? Smell me's. I shrink wrap my soaps so you can't smell them, and at the markets people like to smell your soaps. So I always make these little cubes. I just make at least one, and I call them smell me's because I make a little flag that pokes out at the top and it says smell me. Right. So people know to pick that up instead of soaps, which some people just don't. Some people still pick up the soaps and try and smell them through the plastic. But, like I have said before, I think it's human nature. Actually, I think there's plenty of soap in that, so I'm going to do more of these. Yeah, it's human nature to just pick things up and smell them, even though you know that you're not going to be able to smell them. I think maybe we're just all stupid. I don't know. I like to think I'm not, but I've done it before with things, pick things up and smell them when I knew that I wasn't going to be able to smell through whatever it was wrapped in. So, you know, we all do it. But yeah, I try and save people I can't smell anything, or they just think my soaps are useless. What was that? Oh, doesn't matter. I'll pick that up later. Alright. Those are my little smell me's, which I love making. I think they're really cute. When I think about it, because I just completely forgot those this time, I'll try and match them to the actual loaf. If I'd thought about that today, I would have put a little blue layer in it, but I forgot. All right, kids, what am I going to do this top, do you think? I don't even know. What about a sprinkle of some chia seeds? No, that'll yuck. I don't know. I don't like activated charcoal on top, so I won't be doing that. Those bench is awful. Alright, clean spoon. Maybe I can just texture it and not stress. What? Missed. Not a very good shot. Oh my god. I'm having the worst day. I suppose if this is the worst that can happen today, it's not too bad a day. That looks bloody terrible. So boring. Pull that right over. Let's try that. Oh, there's a little bit of a black streak in it. I must have hit the layer underneath. I think that'll do, shall I? No, can't leave it. Can't leave it. I can't leave well enough alone. That's me. Got to mess with shit. That'll do. That'll do. Kind of looks like, I don't know, the ridge of something. Alrighty, that is soap number 3 today. What was that? Fig, Mandarin and Cassis. Glow in the dark, that's right. Well, that'll be interesting to see how that turns out. I will bring you back for the cutting, and then we'll prime it under the light and see if it works. Alright, bye. Hey kids, we're back. Now, remember when I said that there'd be black up the sides of the soap? This is what I was talking about. But like I said, I don't care. I have a planer, so I will just plane the sides. I also put botanicals on the top, which, seriously, are they not the prettiest thing you've seen? You can't see them. Oh, focus, will ya? There you go. Alright, so because there's botanicals on the top, this has to be cut sideways, otherwise they'll cut through the soap. So what we're going to do is cut it like that. So you get this also is the glow in the dark, remember? So let's see what it looks like, shall we? Oh, that's not good. I didn't cut straight at all. How can I not cut straight? That's a bit stupid. Look at that. Oh, whatever. It does look nice though. I really like that. Try not to get in your light. That's really nice. And then the test will be, it's okay, you can clean this up. As awful as it looks now, it will clean up. But you know, I did whinge and say that I would hate the Mica line, didn't I? I did. I remember saying that. It's actually not bad. Well, it's messy, but you'll notice I'm turning these around and showing you, but then I'm turning them back around. I'm really, really OCD about having my soaps sit absolutely the same way when they're curing as they come out of the mould. I'll sit and match tops up because I don't like them if they're not sitting exactly right. I have so many issues. Seriously, it's so bad. That's got a hole. You can see a hole. So obviously there was a little bit too much activated charcoal, but still. And once the sides of these are cleaned up, obviously the charcoal, these are going to look really nice, I think. See, that's around the wrong way. Alrighty, I will post a picture, if I can, of them glowing in the dark. Bye.